Japan's Vesuvius is really rumbling right now. Over 90 eruptions in under 5 days and over 200 earthquakes at the same time. That is really a lot. And you might want to know what Sakurajima means, and that actually means cherry blossom island. So there's lots of cherry blossom trees making beautiful pictures, but this volcano is quite active and there's densely populated areas nearby. So just a couple of kilometers across Kagoshima Bay from the city of Kagoshima lies this Sakurajima, one of Japan's most active volcanoes. And when it had its last really big eruption in 1914, it spewed out lava continuously for months on end, has destroyed hundreds of homes. Thankfully, Japan is good at that. The residents had enough warning time to get out of their houses and out of the way of the volcano in time. But we see right now everything's covered in ash. The visibility is really bad. So that keeps going right now. And of course, respiratory issues are also an issue if you have that volcanic ash all the time. And there's a shrine, it's called Kurokami Shrine. You can still see the top third of the shrine gate that's sticking out of the ground, and the bottom 2/3 of the shrine and the rest of the shrine were buried by that 1914 eruption. And Sakurajima literally, and although it means cherry blossom island, it can do exactly the opposite of what a beautiful cherry blossom tree looks like. And during this 1940 eruption, it became joined to the mainland, connected by a lava flow. So it's not really an island anymore. That lava has stopped flowing long ago, but Sakurajima has been erupting also almost non-stop since 1955. And you might think that this would have deterred anyone from living nearby. But around 7,000 people live on the volcano, partly to take advantage of the super fertile volcanic soil. That's why Vesuvius, the crater, the cone, is so densely populated, and also all the craters of the supervolcano Campi Flegrei. That's what makes it so dangerous should any of them erupt. Most days, Sakurajima sends ash clouds high into the sky, and sometimes it also throws out rocks as well. And then this debris rains down on the surrounding area, including the 600,000 residents of the city of Kagoshima. And imagine this, guys, as a safety precaution, local children wear helmets when they're playing outdoors. And also there are shelters around the island and in Kagoshima city where you can take refuge during these eruptions. So unlike Vesuvius, here at this volcano, you can't climb to the top of the volcano, but there's a road all the way around the island where you can get better views. I wouldn't advise it. I think that's too dangerous because you never know when it has a bigger blob. And it also shoots out rocks that can be absolutely dangerous. But there's also several lookout points that provide great views of the volcano should you be an adrenaline thrill seeker. It's about 36 kilometers to go around the island one time. So I would say like an hour drive. It's a bit far to walk, but there's rental cars and there's also bikes that you can take. There's also bus tours. So for everyone who doesn't have a tourist destination, if that's what you like. If you want to relax, there's a couple of hot springs as well. Well, it's a volcano, it heats up the water. But this cherry blossom former island right now is currently more active than it has been in many years. The Tokyo Volcanic Agency is reporting continuous ash clouds from the volcano that are rising up to heights of 4,000 meters, are drifting eastward right now. At the moment, there is no air traffic alert because of the wind that has changed, but the volcano is located not far from the Kagoshima airport. Maybe not the greatest location for an airport, but what do? 600,000 people. There's probably right now, because it's been continuing with this ash flow blowing out, there's so much volcanic ash in the air that the decision has been made to ignore it. That's the only explanation, because otherwise, you know, they would have to restrict air traffic permanently. But this ash in the air, it's not good for the engines. It can clog up the engines. And if you have a plane with clogged engines, whoom, that's what it does, right? So Sakurajima, in any case, is currently living up to its reputation as Japan's most active volcano. As I just said, we have, like, in 5 days, over 90 eruptions, at least over 200 earthquakes. And some of these eruptions have really considerable force. They're not like just a little bit steam coming out, so they're stronger. That's why we have seen some pyroclastic density flows that were also observed. They didn't travel far from the crater, thankfully, so hopefully the kids didn't really need their helmets. But why is it erupting in a different way right now? The Japanese Meteorological Agency is warning of further eruptions, as well as a potential danger from ashfall, pyroclastic flows, and falling lava that might be spit out by the volcano. And I reported about that eruption that happened on May 18th. It was particularly strong and powerful. There was a huge column of ash that was rising up over 3,300 meters over the crater, and volcanic rocks were shooting out like bullets up to 1,200 meters, and some have even reached the 5th measuring station. That close they came to settlements. What is a little bit concerning right now is that the satellite, the geodata, they show that the Sakurajima volcanic crater and the mass around the crater has been expanding again since May 12th. That's a clear indication that there's magma supply from deeper reservoirs that is coming up, and it's expanding, it's building up there. And we know what that means. We could see an even bigger eruption. This expansion was slowly calmed down a little bit when there was an eruption on May 15th, but the uplift has now resumed. So it's filling up again. The measurements also indicate a strong emission of volcanic sulfur dioxide, which is also an indication something might be brewing. So seismic activity is elevated, eruption activity is elevated, and the strength of these eruptions is elevated. It remains to be seen what it will do. I keep you updated. If you're bored in the meantime, check out the videos in the end screen. Very, very interesting stuff for you guys. If you want to support the channel, check the link in the description. I have a buymeacoffee.com/silky site where you can buy me coffees and support the channel. And I am allowed, this site, it's cool. We can basically have video messages with each other. I can answer you with a 30-second message, and then you can answer me with a video message, and I can answer you back. So I just figured this out because one of my coffee donors, thank you so much, answered me with a video message. So I can actually see you. That was great. So if you want to do that, the link is in the description of this video. Thanks for supporting this channel, guys, with your supers and with your monthly memberships here on this channel. And more videos for the members very, very soon. It's just the volcanoes keep me so busy. Thanks for watching. I see you soon, guys. Stay safe as always. Bye.